The question I decided to do is number 1. That's the diagram, Fnet going at an angle of 120 degrees, velocity going straight downward, and these are the number and directional arrows corresponding to them. So the first, I wrote it on my paper, and the first question is asking what the object's momentum is, which we know that momentum is going to be in the same direction as the velocity. Oh my gosh, what is it? Sorry, my zoom's weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the momentum is going to be going straight downward because the velocity is. So that would be the arrow number 5. Then it's asking for Fnet parallel and perpendicular, which we know Fnet is this way. And that Fnet parallel is going to be the opposite direction of the velocity, or it's going to be either the same direction of the velocity or opposite to it. Which in this case, since Fnet is going at an angle away from velocity, that means that our parallel is going to be opposite of the velocity. So it's going upward, so it's number 1. That means that the parallel is at a 90-degree angle to that, so it's going outward, which is number 3. So that's the answer to the next 2. Then it's asking the time rate of change of the object's momentum, which is just Fnet. It's just a fancy way to say what Fnet is, and it already gave that to us, so it's in the same direction of Fnet. Then it's asking the parallel and perpendicular of that, which we already figured out up here. So the parallel is just straight upward, 1, and the perpendicular is straight outward, 3, again. Then it says at time t the object's speed is, since the velocity is going at an opposite direction of the force, or the force is going in opposite direction of the velocity, it's slowing it down, so that at time t it'll be decreasing. So you're right, decreasing. Then the next part, which is part B, this is the diagram for that. And then it's asking what the object's momentum is, again, which we don't have enough information to figure out what the momentum is. But we know that it would either be in this direction of the parallel or the opposite direction of the parallel. So it could either be 2 or 6, or the answer 10, which was not enough information. Then it says Fnet, to find out what Fnet is. And we know that Fnet is going to be between these, because this is the parallel and perpendicular of it. So it's going like straight this way, which is number 7. Then Fnet parallel and perpendicular, which it kind of gives it to us. Parallel is going this way, and perpendicular is going this way, so 6 and 8. And then the final one, which is the time rate of change of the object's momentum, which, as we said before, is in the same direction of Fnet. So it's just going to be straight outward, so it's also number 7. And then the final question is at time t the object's speed is, since it doesn't give us where Fnet is, or which way the velocity is, then we don't actually know. So we don't have enough information to determine. So the answer is unable to determine.